I've been using OpenArt almost every day for the past few months, and the question I keep getting is whether it's actually worth it or just another AI platform. So I went through every major tool inside it, tested each workflow end to end, and I'm going to give you an honest breakdown of what works, what doesn't, and who it's actually built for. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what OpenArt does well, where it falls short, and whether it belongs in your workflow in 2026. Let me start with what OpenArt actually is. It's not a single tool. When you log in, you get a full dashboard with 6 dedicated workflows across the top: story, video, image, character, world, and audio. The pitch is that everything you need to build AI-generated content lives in one place under one subscription. And in 2026, that's a genuinely significant claim because most creators I know are paying for 4 or 5 separate tools and still struggling to get consistent results across all of them. So let's see if it actually holds up. The first place I want to start is image generation because this is the foundation that everything else in OpenArt builds on. The main model you'll be using here is Nano Banana 2. You go to image, hit create image, select the model, write your prompt, turn on auto polish, and that last part matters. Auto polish automatically refines your prompt before generation, and it genuinely changes the quality of what comes back. You can push it up to 4K resolution, and the output at that quality level is the kind of image that doesn't look generated. The lighting reads like it was shot, the skin texture is detailed and specific, and there's none of that glossy AI flatness you get from a lot of other tools. For image generation alone, it's competitive with the best standalone tools out there right now. That's the honest answer. But where OpenArt really starts to separate itself is the character system. This is the feature I keep coming back to more than anything else on the platform. Click on character, hit create, and you get 3 different methods. You can describe your character in text, build them step by step through structured choices, or start from an image reference for the most accurate result. The structured build method is the one I use most often. You choose a look vibe, gender, ethnicity, age range, and then add a custom description on top. The combination of deliberate choices and a specific written prompt consistently gives me strong results on the first or second generation. I'm not burning credits on attempts. And once that character is saved, she lives in your account permanently. You tag her with the aloe symbol inside any prompt, and she shows up in every image and video you generate from that point forward. The consistency is real. That's not a marketing claim, it's just what actually happens when you use it across a full project. Now, the video side of OpenArt has a few different modes and they do different things. Frame to video takes a still image and animates it. You upload your shot, describe the motion, select a model. I use Kling 3 for anything involving a character, and set your duration. 5 seconds is the sweet spot. It matches the cut length of a real music video and drops straight into an edit without trimming. The motion quality at this point is genuinely impressive. Movement feels like it was directed, not generated. Then there's Seedance 2.0, which is the other video model inside OpenArt and the one that does something no other model handles as cleanly right now: multi-shot generation. You break your prompt into individual shots, label them one by one, and Seedance actually executes them in sequence inside a single clip. You get camera cuts, varied angles, and character consistency across all of it, plus audio generated alongside the video automatically. Look, the movement isn't flawless on every generation. You'll occasionally see a moment where something goes a little stiff. That's where the technology sits right now. But the fact that one prompt can come back as 3 distinct shots with matching characters and generated sound is a level nothing else I've tested comes close to. World Studio is the feature most people overlook and honestly shouldn't. Go to World, click Create 3D World, upload up to 4 reference images, write a prompt describing your environment, and OpenArt builds a fully rendered 3D space you can actually walk through. From inside that world, you've got a real camera system. The focal length slider runs from 23mm all the way to 300mm, and switching between wide and compressed completely changes the feeling of a shot, even if you're standing in the same spot. Once you've framed something you like, hit take shot. Then in Cast and Scene, you drop your character directly into that environment. She's not composited on top of the background, she's placed inside it, and the result looks like it belongs. For anyone building a series, a brand, or a consistent fictional world across multiple pieces of content, this feature changes what's actually possible. The audio tab is the smallest part of the platform and also the one I've used least. It's there. It works. But it's not where OpenArt's strength lives, and if audio is a major part of your workflow, you'll want a dedicated tool alongside it. So here's the honest summary. OpenArt in 2026 delivers on the all-in-one promise more convincingly than anything else I've used at this level. The image quality is competitive with standalone generators. The character system is genuinely one of the best on the market for consistency. World Studio is something you simply can't replicate by stitching other tools together. And Seedance 2.0 is doing things with multi-shot generation and audio that no other model currently matches. The things that aren't perfect are the same things that aren't perfect anywhere right now. Not every video generation is flawless. Lip sync on animated characters can drift, and the audio workflow isn't deep enough to replace a dedicated tool if that's central to what you make. But none of those things undercut the core value of what OpenArt is actually built to do. If you're a solo creator trying to produce consistent, high-quality AI content without a separate subscription for every step of the process, OpenArt is the closest thing to a complete answer that exists right now. And that's what makes it worth using. If you want to try it yourself, I've left the link to OpenArt in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.